Hey y'all, Catherine here from Evergreen Era Films and Photo. Welcome back to my channel. Hope y'all are having the best day. I am a photographer and videographer who helps couples who want a stress-free, expectation-free wedding day actually plan, film, and photograph an elopement day that is adventurous, honest, and unique to who they are. Today, I'm going to be answering the question that a lot of couples have when getting married, and that is, should you hire a videographer? Spoiler alert, my opinion is yes. After years of filming large traditional weddings and then transitioning into elopements only, through that experience I have learned that video is an incredibly powerful thing to have from your wedding day. Imagine if you only got to watch your favorite movie one time, or if you only got to eat your favorite meal one time ever. Or maybe if you never got to return to your absolute ideal dream hiking trail that you went on. Part of the joy of these experiences is reliving them over and over again and just knowing that you can do that. You'd never voluntarily or purposefully choose to just have them one time, right? Now imagine a wonderful, meaningful, special wedding day where you commit your lives to one another. This is a day that pulls on your heartstrings, that's full of like the depth of emotion that we experience as human beings. If you had the choice, would you say no to reliving that over and over again? It's pretty common when couples are planning their budget that videography is one of the first things that they cut. I think this is starting to change now that people are really slowly realizing the value of videography. And I get it. Weddings can be expensive, even though elopements are usually a lot less expensive. But I can promise you that videography is one thing that's really truly worth the expense. So here are a few reasons that you should hire a videographer. The value is in your vows. Your elopement day is going to be full of lots of special moments, but I truly believe that the core experience of the whole day is your vows. They are the time that you spend communicating with one another about why you're there and the reason that you're doing what you're doing and how much you love and cherish one another. And when you only hire a photographer, the main core experience of the day is gone. Right after it happens, it is totally gone, and you will be surprised to find out that you will forget what they said pretty quickly after they said it. Especially when your emotions are high and you're just thinking about so many things and you're really trying to process everything that this person is saying to you, it can be really fleeting. There's always the option of rereading your partner's vows or your own vows later on down the road, but it in no way will compare to actually getting to hear their voice as they were saying those things and see the emotion on their face. And that is the full depth of what that experience was like the first time those words are uttered and shared with the full emotion attached to them. The first time, if you hire a videographer, that you will rehear your vows is when you get your video back. And that's a really special moment for all of my couples so far. It's the time that they get to let that settle in and make a legitimate space in their heart for what was said and just take all of that in because they're not a part of that day anymore. They're reflecting back upon it. And that's a really special time because you have the ability to be mindful, be more present. Another reason, reason number 2, is that it creates a new yearly tradition for you. So now that you have this video, every year on your anniversary, you have something to do already. You can sit down and watch your wedding video together. Now that might seem cheesy to some people. Excuse me. I have definitely had multiple couples who tell me that that's what they do every year. It's just a nice tradition for them to have in order to celebrate. Another reason, number 3, is that it is the most immersive way to relive the day. There's just a really basic difference in photo and video in that photo is static, short little moments, and video is an emotional experience. I have heard from many people that video is what makes you cry and what makes you feel emotional because it is using so many different aspects from the day. It's using visuals, it's using voices, it's using sounds, and it's using music. So it's like your own little personal life soundtrack. It's just like when you watch a movie, you can get so much more involved in the story than if you just watch or if you just viewed like 100 photos from that movie. Would you have the same experience viewing a bunch of photos as you would really diving into this storyline that someone has created? I don't think so. I think that's pretty uncommon. So video is definitely the most immersive way to relive the day, and that's really important because you will definitely forget it. I'm not just making this up, it is legitimate science. Even though you are likely to relive excited, happy moments, unfortunately our brains are hardwired to more frequently remember the negative moments in our life. So during your elopement day, which will be happy and positive, it's not going to be as stored in our brain as easily as negative moments. I know, kind of sucks. So as time passes, you'll forget more and more of what that day was like, and their video will therefore become more and more important and valuable to you. It might not seem like it right now, thinking about the future, but really looking back, it will become more and more of a special thing for you to have to be able to relive that day. Which leads me into number 4, you will probably regret it. And I don't just say this because, again, I'm a videographer. I say this because I have heard this so many times from so many couples, is that the one thing they regret is not hiring a videographer. But you can also search this online and find lots of articles that say this exact same thing. This isn't just coming from me. It is a very large regret from a lot of couples. Not only that, but couples wish that they had spent more money on it. Like I said, usually budgets for videographers are pretty low, but video is a really involved and expensive activity to create really well. You are choosing an elopement day for a reason, to have something purposeful that represents you, and you really want your video to do the same. And when else in your life do you really have the opportunity to capture your relationship in such a way? Not really many other times. Last reason, number 5, is you can share the video with family and friends at a later date so that they can feel like they were involved in the day with you as well. So it's likely that a big reason you're choosing to elope is to avoid the guest list and to not have tons of people around you on this really special day. So if you still want a way to have people feel like they were involved and present and can be connected to that experience for you, one of the best ways is through a video. A lot of family members or friends might feel left out, but I have heard from experience that a lot of couples who show their video to their family later on really understood why they did it after they got to see the video and how beautiful and special and unique that experience was. And last tip, just to round it all out, make sure that you find the right videographer for you. So there are tons of different styles of videography, and not everyone is the same or likes the same kind of thing. So don't feel like if you've seen 1 or 2 videos, you've seen them all, because that's not the case. There are tons of videographers and companies out there doing beautiful work in very different ways. We offer different kinds of things, and so doing the research to find something that really feels like you is the best way to do it. Some videographers might want more cinematic shots and be more pose focused, so they might tell you what to do more throughout the day. Some videographers like me are a lot more documentary and just let the day happen as naturally as it is, and we'll capture that. Some don't really edit the colors and just represent the day exactly as it was, and some have different kind of vibes, so bright and airy or moody and dark. Some do long documentary style films, and some do short highlight films. Some do both. Some videographers specialize in indoor celebrations and some specialize in outdoor, like myself. And last thing, it's also worth mentioning that no matter how much research you do and how many wedding videos you watch, whether you think they're cheesy or beautiful or they make you cry, none will ever feel the same as yours will. It will never be the exact experience as yours once you see it. Watching strangers' lives on screen is just going to be different than watching your own life. So instead, base your decision on the style and vibe and approach of the videographers you are looking at, and that way you can feel trusting that they can represent you honestly in your own unique experience. I truly believe that one of the best investments you can make on your elopement day is to hire a videographer, but only if you hire one that aligns with you as a couple. So I hope this was really helpful for y'all. I would love to answer any questions or hear what y'all's thoughts are in the comments below. Please like and subscribe if you liked this video. I would love to have y'all around in this channel and help you plan your elopement day in all the ways that I can. Let me know if you ever need any help. I am a photographer, videographer, and I help couples plan their own elopement days, and I would love to help you do the same. I am located in Western North Carolina, but travel all over. Have the best day, y'all. Bye.